Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Macro Monday. It's a little bit of a red day today. Bitcoin is down quite a bit since the all-time high on the 14th of August, a couple of days ago. We're down about 7-8%. Not the end of the world. Still looking good in my opinion. So if you have a look at Bitcoin over here, we can see that we are starting to break down this ascending support over there. But we do still have the 50-day EMA and the 382 Fibonacci coming in right over here. So this zone over here, this kind of 14.5 to 15K zone over there, this is a huge level because we do have the 50-day EMA and the 0.382 Fibonacci. So definitely watch out for this for some support. However, we did speak about this right now. This ascending support to the upside looks like we are starting to break down over here. So a bit of a warning sign over here for crypto. We could see some red days, bit of a pullback for the majority of the tokens today. We'll get into those, but watch out for this. If we do close below this, 14,500, I might close my long. If we were to invert this chart, I would be going long, basically. It is a breakout to the upside if we are inverting the chart. So if we uninvert it, it is technically a breakdown. So definitely watch out for this, guys. Bit of a warning sign over there. Still bullish, though, from a macro point of view. Maybe we do see some lower levels, chop around the zone over here, something like that. I'm not too sure. But this breakdown is a bit of a red flag. If we lose this 11K zone over here, definitely expect this 105. So if you are in this long with me, you can put your stop loss at 11K. Otherwise, if we do close below 14K, you can shave some profits off the table. Solana getting rejected again from the zone over here. We hit TP1, this 207. I think we TP'd at 209 or 210, which was epic. We basically TP'd the top, still in this trade, so half in this trade. But let's see, this is still holding up strong. So not too bearish in Solana, but it is, still above the 50-day EMA over there. Bitcoin's on the 50-day EMA, so a little bit more warning signs for Bitcoin. We can also see Bitcoin chop around and altcoins still outperform. ETH looking really strong still, guys. This is very bullish, and my bad. We could see a move down to this 4K zone over there. This 4K zone was obviously this massive resistance over here, which we did break through. So it does make sense that we do revisit the section over here. So do definitely expect a potential pullback coming into this 4K zone. Still bullish above 4K. I mean, if you bought Ethereum above 4K, you did FOMO in. Very silly place to buy Ethereum. We were buying Ethereum all the way down here. So buying Ethereum above $4,000 is expensive. So I do think that there might be a chop in the zone before a massive breakout in Q4 of 2025, guys. So watch out for that. But what you can see now is that ETH is filling this zone over here at about that 4,200. There was a bit of a chop before the breakout over there. So it makes sense that we do come and revisit that zone right over there. And there is a support over here. So we could see a test. I personally do think we will see $4,000 for Ethereum. So definitely watch out for that potential. Now, XRP is coming into a good buy zone, in my opinion now. We have the 382 Fibonacci and the 50% level right over there. Expecting a bounce from here, and with that bounce, if we do get a bounce and break through, it will be looking quite bullish. However, if we do lose this level again, then I am seeing this zone over here be tested. This $2.80, I do see this being tested right over there. So we could see, a chop forming a big flag over there. Of course, XRP did hit all-time highs. We did take profits. We're still in this trade. I think we might have actually, we took our final TP over there on this trade. So we are happy with this trade. We took the long from there, and then we did TP coming into this resistance over there. So a re-entry between 3.8 and $3. Sorry, 2.8 and $3 is a decent buy zone for XRP. Bitcoin dominance obviously having a bit of a push to the upside. It has been in a downtrend, so a correction is valid. Now, anything below 60.34%, you can see this one over here, is bearish. Okay, we did have the bear cross or the death cross over there. So this is in a downtrend, guys, and there's no arguing about the trend, or the trend is to the downside. Lower low, lower high, lower low, taking out the low. So this is in a downtrend. So we can see price action. It can even come up there and still be in a downtrend, guys. So definitely expect volatility. I am still looking at 52 as my TP1 and 43 as my TP2 on Bitcoin dominance. So definitely watch out for this, guys. This will probably happen sharply, happen quickly. Otherwise, there isn't too much to go on about today. Bit of a pullback across the board. It could be a false move Monday, so definitely watch out for the false move Monday. If you go into SUI, this is one of the trades that we are in. It is also sitting in this 50% zone over here, just below. Nothing bearish about this yet. A little candle below the 50-day EMA. But let's see, this could be retesting this as support. But if we do start to close candles below the 200-day EMA, then it could be looking a little bit worse. Let's have a look at Chainlink quickly, guys. Chainlink had a huge day yesterday. We are bullish on Chainlink, guys. So it is coming into this resistance zone over here. So watch out. We're still in this trade. This trade is cooking. Massive day yesterday. Not sure what the reason for this was yesterday. If you guys do know the reason, definitely let me know down in the comments. RVSE was mentioned in the comments. Coming into a key zone over there. I do like the 50-day EMA. I think it does look good. It looks like it's the 50% level as well, just below. So coming into that 618 Fibonacci over there. Sorry, guys. 618. There we go. Coming into this, $280 zone. So this could be a buy zone for Aave. I always miss the Aave entry, so maybe this is time. This is in a steady uptrend. Did break the high over there just. But let's see, guys. There isn't too much to go on about today. Bit of a macro pullback. And let's have a look at the stock market quickly and the macros. So the dollar still below this level over here, which we are testing as resistance. This is the range low. We are still waiting for a push for the dollar into that $90 region. Don't want to call it $90. I'll call it 90 region. This would most likely mark the potential peak. Stocks really, really bullish, guys. Nothing bearish about all-time highs. This is all-time high territory for NASDAQ, for S&P, of course. Everything looking really good. Gold, in my opinion, gold is distributing over here, guys. This does look distributive. And we were in this parabola for a while. We spoke about this parabola for a very long time on the channel, and it looks like we are starting to test the support of the parabola. So if we do break down over there, then come test the 200-day EMA, this will look really, really distributive, and most likely the top is in for gold. And you can imagine a lot of the money coming from gold into risk on assets. When the market does go risk on for stocks and crypto, it'll all pile in. So when this breaks down, you are expecting a massive pump in the crypto market. Let's look at USDT dominance, guys. We can wrap up on USDT dominance. Basically, this is at resistance over here. You can see massive zone over here, support. We lost it, and this is lining up with the 50-day EMA. So this pivot low over here is lining up with the 50-day EMA over here, coming in at that 4.4%. So this is resistance, guys. Also this ascending support, which is now acting as resistance. This is all a big retest, so this could be the retest before the push to the downside, guys. Remember that this is in a downtrend and this is bearish. This has been in a downtrend since we lost the low over here. So since April, you can see we lost the low, made a lower high over there, came down, lower lows, tried to rally up, failed, started to close below the important EMAs, what's important to know is that we never got the golden cross. So here we got the death cross, which gave us basically a risk on. This was that May pump, of course. Then we came up, got rejected off there, never got the golden cross. So we just continued the downtrend to the downside. This is what's most likely going to happen with Bitcoin dominance. So we just got the death cross. So this is most likely, it is going to have pushes to the upside. But whilst this is in the death cross, we can expect the downtrend to continue. So guys, it is still game on. Will we see a massive correction in the crypto market? I'm not sure. This is a good line to watch. These zones over here are very, very important. I'm going to make this the new box because we did get that new all-time high. So between 114.5 and 111. K, these are the important zones to watch out, guys, but not too much to report on today. Things are still at all-time high regions. Things are still looking bullish. Of course, it is an aggressive sell-off, but at the end of the day, it's still in a bull structure, guys. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is still bullish until we lose this zone over here. Until we come underneath that 3.5 trillion, we're still in a bull trend. So, we're most likely, if we do come get a test of 3.7, we're most likely going to have a push to the upside. So guys, definitely watch out for this, guys. A lot of people are getting scared at the moment. Nothing is confirmed until we do see a break of that 3.56 trillion on the total market cap. But guys, let's just sit back, enjoy the longs. Mixed bag at the moment. Most of our longs are in the green. We do have a few in the red, but nothing to worry about, guys. This is most likely a false move Monday, and let's see what happens later this week. Cheers for now, guys. Thanks.